I'm just gonna try to make this feel natural, like I'm just doing my thing. Hey farmer, farmer, put away your DDT. I don't care about spots on my apples. Leave me the birds and the bees, please. That's the kind of goofy shit I would normally be doing if nobody was around. Let's be honest. When the camera is on, the personality changes, right? Like, oh god, they're watching. Forget that. Let's just act natural, shall we? So right now, what I'm doing, I'm filling up all these solo cups. I like to have them with basically one of the, so it's double stacked, so that way, like, if I can do this, I can't always do this. That one's got some boogers on it, leftover roots from before. But one cup's got like holes in the bottom for drainage, and then the other cup is like catches the water. So let's see, give myself a little, and give them a little bit of room, space them out. So I've got it on this timer. I've got it on this timer down here. If you've ever seen these, it's like an interrupter kind of a deal. You could probably find them right now because Christmas. Everybody wants their Christmas lights, and maybe you've seen these before. There's different styles, different varieties, but you plug it in to your power extension cord here. Power strip goes out here, and then that's a good power strip because it gets all dirty and wet and everything. I've never had it really short out, but it does have a, I mean, it'll it's a surge protector. It'll keep it from blowing everything up. But that's kind of nice. That's a good idea to have. Otherwise, you're going to have to find some way to manually turn the lights on and off all the time, and it's like, who has time for that? I mean, my God, we live in a day and an age where technology is in everything. I'm on the phone right now, trying to make a video. So we don't live in the Stone Ages anymore. That's for sure. I saw something like they're building all these data centers. This kind of concerns me a little bit, like all the data centers. I wouldn't get into it too deep because I just feel like I don't want to. But something like Ohio's built like 200. Now that's right next door to me, but they built something like 200 of these data centers. And they go through it something like 5 million gallons of water a day. And they've got 200 of them. So that's a retarded amount of water every single day. I'm just going to say, yeah, that is. It seems, can I say retarded? I'm sorry, I don't mean to offend anybody. Stupid? It's the same damn thing, isn't it? Well, one you can help, and the other, no, that's not it either. I was gonna say retarded is like you can't really help that, but I'm like, no, stupid people, you can't help stupid people. They're just, let's forget I said that. And move on. But that does seem stupid to use our resources for data centers that we don't need. They're buying up farmland, is what I heard, and then turning it into data centers. And then I'm like, they're gonna suck up all the water. Do the math on that. 200 data centers, 5 million gallons a day. You're talking about what? Hundreds of billions of gallons a day? A year? 365 days a year? Those things don't turn off. Uh, so I've got these lights too, and you need to know it's nice to have the switch on there. I'm just playing around, but it's nice to have the switch on there so that way, like, oh, we can make a video. You don't want to have that on the video. That makes it look like crap. So I can just turn it off. But these are a 5,000 Kelvin is the spectrum. You want to know what spectrum you're running, because if it's a red spectrum, it's going to make it fruit and flower. You might not want it to do that. Maybe you do, so it's good to know. I'm trying to figure out where this cup came from. yeah, these are running kind of in the middle. So these are 5,000 Kelvin. And so what that does, it's an all-inclusive spectrum, and so it helps, like, depending on what I'm trying to do. If I'm trying to grow, like right now, what I'm trying to do is I've got my goji berries and my stevia leaf, and so I'm not trying to get those to fruit or flower or seed out or anything like that. If I was running red lights, that's exactly what would happen. If it was in the orange, red, 2700 Kelvin spectrum, it would stress them and make them think it's fall is coming, and they would just immediately go to flower and to seed, and I don't want it to do that. If I put it in a blue light spectrum only, well, that's only part of the spectrum, and so that's not necessarily the best. Um, we're already running on artificial light, so I would prefer natural light, but I don't have that right now. So I try to give it an all-inclusive spectrum. So right in the middle, it usually says 5000K or daylight. It'll literally say daylight. So that actually makes it really easy. You don't have to buy like the grow bulbs. It's the purple color, and it's like $30 a bulb. When you can get a bulb like this, it's like $1 a bulb or $2 a bulb. I don't know how much. You get a variety pack. You get them in bulk. It brings the price down. That's usually the case with everything. So I just get them in bulk. So I use a bunch of them. Same thing. I've got strip lights, the shop lights. It's the same thing. You can get a big shop light for like $20, $30, 40, $50. It depends on how much light you want it to produce. It also depends on what you're growing. If you're trying to grow, like let's say you wanted to grow cherry tomatoes indoors during the winter months, which around here it's like I'm not going to be able to put anything outside for like 6 months, give or take, and I'm not going to get tomatoes for like another 9 months. It'd be 9 months. Think about that. It'd be another 9 months before we get an actual tomato crop up here in the great white north. I'm not in Canada, so it feels like it. But anyway, so then you might want something that's got more lumens, and so you might want, it'll suck up more watts, it'll use more power, but that's going to be about the only way you're going to get certain things to grow. I'm trying to just grow. I got the lettuce. I doubt if you can even read that. Bunching onions and kale is what I'm trying right now. I mean, if the goji berries and the stevia are growing, certain smaller things should be fine. I've done this a few times, so I've got an idea. It's like I was using wimpier lights before, and it wouldn't do much. Oh, that was the geothermal finally shut off. It's so noisy, isn't it? Can you hear me? No. Good. No. Anyway. Oh, that might be where it got all mixed around. Might have found what was throwing me off before. Okay. Yep. Double stacked, so these ones have holes in the bottom. You can probably see there's a hole there. And this one doesn't. So this one is to allow it to drain a little bit. And then this one's to catch the water so it doesn't just wick away. It cuts down on how much I have to water, but it also makes it so I don't have a big puddle on the floor. And I still end up with a big puddle on the floor, but that's beside the point. So yeah, I don't know if I touched on everything. It's like you need lights, you need to know the spectrum, you need to know how to set it on a timer, you need a power strip. Some people would run a fan too, which simulates wind, which that's kind of like exercise for the plants. I know that sounds weird, but it is. if it's got a light breeze on little baby plants, a light wind, a light breeze, that simulates the breeze outside, which kind of like how you grow muscles. It's like when you exercise, you're making micro tears in your muscle tissue, and then that induces your body to send out repair hormones, and that builds that muscle as it repairs, and it gets stronger. And it does the same thing with your plants. And so if you've got a fan on it, that can, I mean, yeah, so it's to control moisture, and it's like, well, that's part of it. But honestly, I have a dehumidifier down here, and that's going to control moisture more than anything. I'm just thinking if I should, because I got a lot more cups that I could be filling with this, and I don't think you want to sit here and watch me make 30 cups of dirt. It's kind of, and I don't know if I have enough in my brain right now to fill the airtime, but basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to have it separated. I'm going to see how many rows I can get. If I get, maybe I'll have, it looks like there's five, well, there's five, it goes 5 wide. Maybe I've got 3 different seed packets, so I might do 10 lettuce, 10 kale, 10 bunching onions. There's probably other things that I mean, I know there's other things that can fit down here, and I'll probably go through, I'm not going to grow just that. It sort of depends on like what other seeds I have over there that'll work under this setup. But what I'll probably do is I'll fill up the rest of these cups and come back later. I'm not an editing wizard, so you'll have to bear with me. If you're watching, you'll have to bear with me. I'm not a cameraman by trade. I'm a poor dirt farmer is what I am. So I'll take a break here and upload this video, and then I'll come back later and upload a separate video showing you, talking about, what I'm planting, why it would work, why it wouldn't work, what kind of harvest you can expect, that sort of thing.